Welcome back to CBS Eye on Health. We're talking with Asia Tansmore, who successfully beat breast cancer at a relatively young age, of 41 years old. And so before we talk about life after you beat it, let's talk a little bit more about the process of what you were going through in treatment. And particularly, you were still working, you have a large family, and I would imagine this really requires a lot of support.
It does. I can say that my kids, my husband were my two biggest fans, and I'm gonna call them fans because you know fans, they love their players, right? So without them, I don't think I would have been able to get through this. Dr. Analo and her team would have got me through part of it, but you need that support from your family. That emotional support helps you because you have your ups, you have your downs, you have your days where you want to give up. No matter what, you know, you're just like, God, I just can't, I don't want to deal with this anymore. It's a wear and tear on your body. So
I can imagine one of those days was when you shared with us in the previous segment about getting out of the shower and or in the shower and your hair being
fell out.
And then really, you know,
it was and it was devastating because I've always had really nice hair, long, beautiful, pretty hair, and I thought that that's what made me beautiful. Well, when that was just taken away from me, I didn't know how to accept it. That was my biggest thing. I didn't know how to accept that. Like, oh my goodness, what am I gonna do? How are people gonna look at me now? Are people gonna be staring at me? You know, well, I'm just gonna go out and buy a whole bunch of wigs. That's what I had in my head. I was gonna go buy a whole bunch of wigs.
They're in style, may as well.
Yeah, right. So I went out and I did that, and I wore them for a little while, but
that wasn't really what you were looking for.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't what I thought it was going to be. It didn't make me feel how I thought it was going to make me feel. So my husband, Wesley Marshman, he said, you don't need to have that wig on. You're beautiful with or without the wig. He said, let's go shopping. I'll go shopping with you. We're going to get you some head wraps. And I said, okay, and it was different for me. I'm all like, I don't know how that's going to look on me, you know, this. So we went out and we went shopping and I tried it. And I got more compliments with my wrap on than I did when I used to wear the wigs. So it ended up working out pretty nice.
It also, as you pointed out, changed you from the inside out. You got, obviously, to look at life entirely different.
Oh yes, right? Absolutely, absolutely. One of the things that I got out of just being through this and going through this situation is how to appreciate life. That's one. Because life can be snatched away from any one of us at any given time. And how to appreciate how people treat you. I appreciate a lot of things that I never appreciated before. The way I think, the way I talk, everything's different now for me. I don't mislead or mistreat anyone. You can be mean to me and I'll still be nice to you. That's how much that this changed my life.
And you also wouldn't allow it to take away what you also enjoyed doing in terms of work. So you went to work.
I did, my whole time, through the treatments and everything. My job was very understanding. They allowed me to make up my time for Fridays that I will miss, but I will be right back to work on Monday morning. At work, I still helped out as much as I could at the house, but my husband became Mr. Mom at that time, and you know, I owe him a lot because he took on a very big role. He went from just having to worry about doing the men things around the house to doing men and women things, you know, the kids, the food. I mean, he cooked dinner every night.
You didn't even know he could cook that well, huh?
I didn't. I mean, he bought cookbooks and stuff like that just so he can make meals special for me. So we have to cook 2 different meals, meals for them and meals for me because I couldn't eat the same thing they were eating, you know.
What was it like to hear the news that you were cancer-free?
I was happy. I had tears of joy. I felt really good. I couldn't wait to ring the bell. So my last treatment was on my birthday. 2018, November the 2nd, I got to ring the bell. It was my last of everything. Only thing that I was sad about was leaving Dr. Analo and the team. I wasn't going to see them as much. I know I was going to still have appointments, but seeing them every 3 weeks, I kind of They're my family now.
And for those people who don't know what that means to ring the bell, and so explain
So they have a bell, and I got, it's to say, okay, congratulations, you have conquered something that there's a lot of people that don't make it to ring the bell. That is an accomplishment. I want to say that's probably bigger than getting a high-paying job, is to ring that bell to show that you have made it through, you have conquered something that most of these people probably didn't conquer.
So are you currently undergoing any treatment or any plan of care that takes you back to see your doctors?
I do go see Dr. Analo. She has me come in every 6 months, I believe. And I am on tamoxifen. I will have to be on that for 5 years. And that is just so, I'm assuming just to keep the estrogen, because my cancer was estrogen driven. So that is to suppress that, I guess, my estrogen levels in my body so that I can stay cancer free, which I do. I take it once a day, every day. And it gave me a little problems with eating, but told Dr. Analo, and she fixed the problem as usual. She said, well, here, we'll give you this, and this will help you out. And it has. So once again, she came to my rescue. She's like my superhero, my undercover superhero.
Well, it's interesting. You took the words right out of my mouth. I was going to ask you how you feel about the care that you received, and the doctors at AHN.
They're wonderful. I love her nurse, Barb. Oh man, she's awesome. Like, there was never a time where I can call and say I needed something and it didn't get done immediately. And that's another thing I like about being there, their team. Like, you can call, they have after hours if you work like me. I was working and I needed blood tests done, I can go there in the evening. It's really close knit in there. You go in there, you say
So you
hi.
always felt safe and taken care of.
Always.
Yeah.
And you start to get to know some of the patients there that you see every 3 weeks also. So you make new friends,
What would you say to a woman going through this, and of course now being on the other side? What messages of hope or encouragement could you share as part of your story?
I would want to say everybody just keep open mind of that you'll get through it, and pray. Prayer is good. There's nothing wrong with it. I didn't believe in prayer, but I believe in it now. Wow. Because I don't think I would have got through this without the man above. So I definitely want to take that in hand. Make sure you have a nice emotional support. If you don't have family, there's groups. There's a lot of things, resources out there. I'm here. You can look me up. I'll be there for anybody that needs it. If you need to go to an appointment and you don't have nobody to go with you, I'll go with you.
That's very generous of you, and even more generous that you shared your story with us, and it's a powerful one. So we're happy that you're here with us to share it, and of course to be that ray of light and hope for other women.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Thank you so much. And we also want to thank you for taking time to be with us and listen to Asia's story. Thank you for joining us.
The preceding program was sponsored by Allegheny Health Network.